Hello everyone, this is Fieni. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to be sharing with you several DIYs, actually my favorites. So I really hope you guys enjoy and stay to the end. God bless you all. So let's get started. One, I'm going to be creating a beautiful acorn garland. So here are the materials.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. You and I, the future is bright.
So first I went ahead and removed the sticker and drill a hole on that wooden leaf, just like so. Also smooth it out by using sandpaper. So next I'm going to be using a tassel that I already have from previous DIY, but I have showed you guys how I made my tassels in previous DIYs. So I will leave that link on my description below in case you missed it. So all I did was just use one of the strings and place the lid on it, and then make a double knot, and then use a little bit of lighter just to smooth it out and give it that really nice color. Now with the acorn, as you can see, they are made of styrofoam. So all I did use one of those, a floral pick, and then just poke the hole on it and voila. So next I went ahead and attached the tassel on other piece of twine, which is the twine that I'm going to be using for the garland. As you can see, I cut the excess, but at the same time I left two small pieces to be able to glue it on it and create that thick surface on it. And next, the fun part, which is trimming the beads and also the acorn. I didn't have any specific design on it. I was just playing around to see how I like better, and I ended up with two beads and then acorn, and just keep going the same way. So next, all I'm going to be doing is making a loop with the beads, just like so. You can also finish it and add another tassel at the end, but I want to make something like loop, I think. I don't know exactly the name, but that's how I call it. So before I make a knot, I put the twine through the hole of the bead, just like so, and then make double knot, cut the excess, and then hide the knot in between the beads and the acorn, and nobody will see that. And that is it. That is it for this one. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. I just love so much garlands, with garlands around the house. So every time I can, I make one, and why not? So please let me know in the comments down below if you are like me, crazy with the garlands around the house, and let me know what do you think about this one. This one is super quick and easy. Here are the materials, like I mentioned it before, mostly Dollar Tree items except one of the ribbons and the paint. So I'm going to be using only 4 wooden planks, and the package comes 6, but like I say, only 4. And then I'm going to give it really good coat of white chalk paint, and also the popsicle sticks with the chalk paint and a color in dark gray. Once I was done with that, I went ahead and flip it over the planks, and then I'm going to be cutting the popsicle sticks just like so. So next I use one of the popsicle sticks to have the same space in between, and I glue the others, as you can see. And I ended up with something like that. So next I went ahead and just attached a frame hanger on it with hot glue on it. So at this point you have a plain canvas basically to create anything you want. This is quick and easy. All I'm going to be doing is spelling the word fall and also adding some wooden stickers on it just to decorate the sign. Now I didn't have the letter F, so I went ahead and cut the letter E, the bottom, and there you have it.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
So after I applied the poster letters, I went ahead and add the wooden stickers and playing around the way I wanted. So I was back and forth, putting in, putting back. So at the end I ended up just with few on the bottom and some on the A. And then I'm going to be making a cute messy bow, I think that's how they call it, by cutting two small pieces of ribbon just like so. But like I said, you can also use leftovers of ribbon that you have around and just create really cute and messy bow. So I made it smaller and thin strips just like so, and to be able to put it together, all I did was just create like an X's at the same time in different directions, and then all I'm going to be doing is tying on the center by using a small piece of twine, making double knots, and there you have it. And I also added a simple twine bow on top just to give you more details on it. And look how cute this little bow came out. All I did after was add a little bit of hot glue and place it on it, and there you have it, a beautiful sign, super quick and easy to make. And I think they came out so cute. So but I also want to know, what do you guys think? Super quick and easy. All I'm going to be doing is using those chalkboard and some galvanized signs from Dollar Tree. Give it good paint, chalk paint on the edges, just like so. So next I'm going to be attaching both by using wood glue and hot glue at the same time.
Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight.
And I also use a popsicle sticks just to reinforce the back.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
So when I was done with that, I went ahead and add more wood glue on the center or on the seam, just like so, just to reinforcement and cover at the same time that space in between. So then I thought I want to look more like a one piece, so I went ahead and paint the center with dark paint, just like so. And for the final touch, one of my galvanized sides I was already using in previous DIYs, so I had already painted, so I just hot glue it on the center, and voila, at this point you can just leave it as it is because it looks beautiful. But I just went ahead and add some pumpkins on it.
Let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but
and that is it for this one. I think it came out so cute. I just love the simplicity of this sign.
when I can weather any storm. Ooh, ooh.
materials: this double pumpkin from Dollar Tree, some ribbons, and also some leftover bamboo skewers that I have from previous DIYs. So yeah, I finally going to use those leftovers, and let's get creative. So I'm going to be removing everything, as you can see, except the burlap. So, and then I'm going to leave that on the side, just like so. So next I went ahead and cut the ends to the bamboo skewers. As you can see, I didn't measure anything because, like I said, this is leftover, so I have different sizes. But that is okay because I'm going to be cover the entire pumpkin with the bamboo skewers. So the way I'm going to be gluing everything in here won't be any order and specific. I was just going to be following the different sizes and just playing around with until finish the entire pumpkin. Found what we're looking for in life. So I ended up with something like that, and next I went ahead and stainless. Here I was showing two different kinds, but this is optional. I'm going to be using this one that I got on Amazon. I will leave the link on my description box. So next I used a baby wipe and clean it up the excess. So next I'm going to just paint a little bit the edges of the pumpkin using white chalk paint. Just like so. So next I'm going to hot glue the small pumpkin on top. So next I'm going to leave the pumpkin on the side just for a little bit and give a good coat of white chalk paint to one of those galvanized sides, as you can see. When we wake. So then all I did was use some hot glue and place it on it. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. And look how beautiful this pumpkin looks already. So now for the final touch, I'm going to be making a cute messy bow. I've been loving this kind of bow recently, so you will see me doing this more often. So all I do is cut different pieces of ribbon, but if you have leftover ribbon would be even better. So in my case I just cut it on half, fold it on half and cut it to make this thinner strips. So and then I just make like X's in different directions and then add a piece of twine on the center, tie it on it, and voila. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. And look how cute this bow turned out. So all I did after was just cut the ends and then add a little detail on the center was a wooden leaf. And then I just going to tie it on the top of the pumpkin. I'm not even hot gluing, just using the same twine that I tied the bow and just tied it on the top. Okay, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and basically that is it, and I think it came out really cute. But I always want to know, what do you guys think? So for my next DIY, this one is one of my favorites. This one is a shelf ladder, and I got inspired for one of the DIYs that my friend Maria from Crafted with Maria did. So here we go. I'm going to be recreating her, and I hope you guys enjoy. So as you can see, I already removed the plastic on the rollers, and now I'm going to be using my Meyer bags to cut the holes and then measure it and cut it in half. So once I have 4 pieces together, now I'm ready to create the ladders. So to be able to attach all the pieces, I'm going to be using hot glue and wood glue at the same time. So as you can see, I used the square just to make sure that all the pieces were even and straight. So I made 2 ladders, as you can see. So now I'm going to be attaching both together, creating like a triangle. And yeah, first I add the hot glue on the bottom to keep it in place, and then I'm going to be adding the wood glue on top. So next I went ahead and placed the top of the shelf. As you can see, was leftover of previous DIY. So for the shelves, I'm going to be using this summer sign and just mark it down and cut it by using the ruler and also the box cutter. Next, I just smoothed out the edges by using sandpaper. Once I have both shelves together, I want one smaller, so I went ahead and cut it. As you can see, now I'm going to be placing them by using a little bit of hot glue and also wood glue. So next I went ahead and give it a really good coat with the chalk paint in the color white. So hair dryer for a quick process. So once the paint was ready, I went ahead and just used a little bit of empty wax and distressed the edges. And basically that is it for this one. I think it came out really cute. It's a small version that my friend did, and here is how this came out, and I think it came out so adorable. But let me know, what do you guys think? So here are the materials. I'm going to be using those big largest those largest signs from Dollar Tree, some popsicle sticks. And first, all I'm going to be doing is attach both pieces together by using wood glue and hot glue. So once I have both sizes together, I went ahead and sand it out a little bit, the wood glue, the extra wood glue. So then I went ahead and mark it down and trace the line. So next I went over the line using the ruler and the box cutter just to make it like deeper and create that realistic chip black look. And I ended up with something like that. Next I'm going to be creating like a fence look on the top, so just by mark it down a kind of triangle pieces and just cut it using the box cutter as well. Just like so, and then I just smoothed out the edges with the same block. Now I'm going to be using the wooden rulers and removing the plastic on it, and then I'm going to be attaching them on the top and also on the bottom using wood glue and hot glue at the same time. So next I'm going to use some leftover popsicle sticks, cut a few pieces on it and cover the holes and also give it some details. So next I'm going to be using the same chalk paint and the antique wax. So first I went ahead and give it really good coat with the white paint. So once the white paint was dry, I went ahead with a little brush and went over the lines that I created before with the antique wax. As you can see, the lines are not perfect because I'm going to be spreading out the paint with a wet towel, as you can see, paper towel, so to create that really dirty look, just like so. So next, with the leftover white paint on the brush, I went over the line just to give it that distressed look. So I was back and forth with the paper towel and the brush until I got the color I wanted. I also went back with the same blocks, scents here and there, just to give it that rustic look. So also I went back once again with the box cutter over the lines, just to bring back those lines and give it that chip black look or palette look to the board. So now I'm going to be using this love sign that I have a while ago. I don't know if the dollar store still carry those. I have that one like 2 or 3 years, I believe, and yeah, that has this shiny color on it. And so I removed that paper first, send it out, and now I'm going to use the antique wax and paint the love sign. So as you can see, I was trying to go in one direction just to give it that wood look to the sign. So I also paint those little wood cubes, and I'm going to be placing it on it, 4 on top and 4 on the bottom. And then I place the love sign on top of the board by using wood glue and hot glue. This love sign is kind of heavy, so I made sure that I use a lot of wood glue and hot glue. So now I'm going to be just making some knot in between the cubes, and then just leave some space, kind of like loop, in between just to be able to hang some pictures on it. And I did the same thing on the bottom, and I just had glue a little bit the ends of the twine just to give a better finished look. So now my favorite part, I'm going to use those transfer stickers from Dollar Tree and spelling a message, which is my wedding song. I remember that day like yesterday. So after I placed the message, I went ahead and cut one of those details and placed it on the bottom of the word Amen. And on the space in between forever, I'm going to be placing that little cute heart from Dollar Tree. As you can see, it has a little hole on it, so I covered it using a little pearl and give it that romantic look. And for the final touch, I just add the little hangers on the back, and voila, that's it for this one. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. I really love how this turned out, but I want to know, what do you guys think? So I'm going to be using mostly Dollar Tree items except the paint. So here are the materials, and let's get creative. I'm going to start off by removing the plastic of the rollers and also remove the plastic that come on top, just like so. So next I'm going to be making some arrangements to see how I'm going to be creating my little tray. As you can see, those little wooden home side has like a little stand on it, so I'm going to be placing the rulers on top, as you can see. But I also going to be using two dowels, and there are different sizes to the rulers, so I'm going to be cutting the hole. To be able to do that, I'm going to be just tape it, mark it down, and then use the miter box, as you can see. And voila, there you have it. Next I went ahead, remove the masking tape, and also sand the edges. So now we have all the pieces together just to create a little tray, and this is the fun part. What I'm going to be doing here is just lining the pieces, and then just to make sure that everything is even, so I'm using the square just to, like I say, make sure everything is even, and then just put all the pieces together or attach the pieces by using wood glue and hot glue at the same time, as you can see. So all I did was add the wood glue first, and then on top the hot glue. I like to do this way because you don't have to wait until the wood glue gets dry. So this is quick, but you know that at the end the project is going to be sturdy. So that's how it looks like when I add all the rollers. Now I'm going to be adding the skewers. So as you can see, I'm going to be just gluing them in between the letters, just like so. So after I was done with the gluing part, that's how the little trace looks like. Absolutely beautiful already. So now I'm going to be using one of my favorites, chalk paint by Rustic, and give a really good coat on it. At this point you can just leave it like that and looks absolutely beautiful, but of course I'm going to be just dry brushes a little bit just to give you some distressing weather look, and I think it came out absolutely beautiful. And for the final touch, I'm going to be using some thumbtacks on the edges just to give it that really nice rustic but a modern look at the same time. And that is it for this DIY. I think it came out absolutely beautiful, like I say many times already. I just love the way this little tray came out. Oh, I just love trays in general. Going to be from Dollar Tree as well. Those wooden crates, rollers, love size, some thumbtacks, and also some transfer stickers from Dollar Tree as well. So let's get creative. First, I'm going to be removing the plastic of the rollers, just like so, and also I'm going to be sending the sticky part, as you can see. So when I was done with that, I went ahead and give a really good coat with the chalk paint to the pieces, just like so. And then I went ahead and did the same process that I did on the first DIY by using a little bit of the paint. It's not black paint, it's like dark gray. Yeah, basically black. No, it's not. And just give it dry brushes, just focus on the edges. So now the foam part. This is definitely my favorite part, to attach all the pieces together. So I'm going to be using hot glue and wood glue. So now I don't know exactly the name for this. I call two-tiered planter because that's what I think it is, but if it's not the name, please let me know in the comments down below. So here I was marking down to be able to have distancing and just attach it by using the glues. So then I just flip it over and basically did the same thing on the other side, attaching the other roller. So I ended up with something like that, and then I'm going to be attaching the glove side right on the top. And voila, look how beautiful this little two-tiers looks. Now we didn't cut the little hole from the roller, so now I'm going to be just using the thumbtacks and cover it. But to be able to cover both sizes, I cut the pointy part just like so, and then I'm going to be doing that, and I hope the video explains better that I do. Hold the tag right on the hole and then cover it with hot glue, and then add the other one on top. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Oh my goodness. So then I'm going to be doing the same thing with the other side and add the more thumbtacks just to give it a nice look. And for the final touch, I'm going to be using those transfer stickers. So I added some on the center and then 2 on the corners on different or opposite directions. Yeah. And basically that is it. All I did after was add some greenery on it, and I think this little planter came out really cute. But I always want to know, what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments down below. Those wooden planks, some stickers, and also this beautiful stencil that I got on Amazon. Really inexpensive, come in a package with 3 with other 2 that I have used already. One that I used in my last DIY when I did the makeovers on my little table. If you haven't watched that video, I will leave the link on my description below and you can go and check it out. So all I'm going to be doing is just create one piece by gluing all the pieces together just like so. In this case, I'm not using hot glue, only the wood glue. So then I'm going to be using a jumbo popsicle stick, cutting a couple pieces and then reinforcement the cut part, but I also add more wood glue on it, just like so. So next I'm going to be using the gems or stickers, and I'm going to be attaching all around the edges. Now those stickers some come with some sticky part, but not too sticky, so if you add the paint on top it will come off right away. So I did use a little bit of hot glue and attach it up. So next I went ahead and give a really good coat of white chalk paint. So after the paint was dry, it's ready to stencil the word. This project was really quick to make. So I will using the pavement color and a little sponge brush and just stencil. And with the leftover paint, I'm going to be just tapping around on top of the little gems just to give that really nice distressed look. And basically that is it for this project. All I did after was add some little clip on the back. I didn't show that part, but yeah. So for my next DIY, I'm going to be making this beautiful farmhouse wooden side by using mostly Dollar Tree items. So I'm going to start off by removing the hanger part and also the galvanized hearts that come on it, as you can see. So next I went ahead and smoothed it out by using sandpaper. So when I was done with that, I went ahead and give it a really good coat with the white chalk paint, as you can see. So after the paint was dry, I went ahead and used a little bit of antique wax and a thin brush to create the chip black and distressed look at the same time. So as you can tell, I'm not really careful with the lines on it to make it straight, because I'm going to be spreading out the paint in a little bit. So next, with the makeup brush, I went ahead and just spread out the paint. I know it doesn't look that pretty at the first, but yeah, after I spread out the empty wax, and then I went back with the leftover white paint on the brush and just back and forth until I got the color I wanted, as you can see. So once all the signs were dry, I went ahead and used some jumbo popsicle sticks to be able to attach them using wood glue and hot glue at the same time. So after I have all the pieces together, I went ahead and cut more popsicle sticks using my Meyer box to be able to create the frame to my sign. So all I did was make a bunches, put some tape on it to make it easy to work with, and then just cut the ends. So then I went ahead and used the empty wax and stained the popsicle sticks. So now it's time to create the frame by using the popsicle sticks, and all I'm going to be doing is attaching around the sign using wood glue and hot glue at the same time. And I ended up with something like that. Looks beautiful already. So in order to have the same space on each side, I used one of the popsicle sticks as direction, and then I'm going to be using those stencils from Walmart that I got a while ago. So now I'm just going to line the letters with the word that I wanted, and then use the pencil to trace it, so like that would be easy to work with the paint. Now in this process, I'm going to be showing 3 different ways that I did. The first letter is going to be using the little brush. The second one was using the little brush, as you can see, and the last letter was using only the marker. So I think the marker looks better, so I'm going to continue to doing the rest of the letter using only the marker. And as you can tell, the stencils were smaller, so I ended up having a big space in between. So I also added some popsicle sticks on the ends just to give a better finished look. So all I did to make it look better and give you some details to the frame, to the sign, I just went ahead and used those cute decals from Dollar Tree. And basically that is it for this one. All I did after was add some string on the back to be able to hang it. And that is it. I think it came out so cute. So for the next DIY is going to be this cute Raffia lantern. So here's the materials: some frame from Dollar Tree, Raffia, and some dowels from Walmart. So let's get started. So I start off by removing the back of the frame, as you can see, and then also the hanger part has 2 little screws on it, so I went ahead and removed them.
Lost in an endless maze, the emptiness had afforded, just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow.
I'm going to be drilling holes in each corner to be able to attach the dowels on it.
Screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold.
So once once I was done with the holes, I went ahead and used the empty wax and staining all the pieces.
It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so.
So now it's time to attach all the pieces together, and all I'm going to be doing is using wood glue and hot glue at the same time.
And lit up a flame. Ooh, I was my own enemy. Screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold.
So now we have basically the base of the lantern. So but I will still need the top part. So all I'm going to be doing is cut the rest of the dowels, measure it down first and then cut it, and then went ahead and just hot glue them, just like so.
Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out.
And I ended up with something like that. I think this lantern looks beautiful as it is already. If you want to leave just a plain lantern, it looks cool. But now I'm going to be working with the raffia. As you can see, I grabbed like 3 or 4 strings, and then I'm not going to braid it, then I'm just going to be twisting around and then keep wrapping around the dowels. So first I make a knot, as you can see.
Passion, my doubts are gone.
So after I did the first knot in the first dowel, I went ahead and moved the raffia to the second dowel and start to making like twists around the dowel like 1 or 2 times, and then keep going back to the first dowel. Okay, I think the video is playing better than me.
Endless maze, the emptiness had afforded, just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless. Screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home.
So also you have to be a little bit patient if you're going to be recreating this project, but I promise you, you will love the end results. So all I'm going to be doing then is just keep twisting around and
But why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was my own enemy. Screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood
how beautiful and high-end this lantern looks. So you can also close both 4 sizes to make it as a regular lantern, but I really want the front open to be able to decorate it and show what I'm going to be doing inside. So here is some ideas in how I decorate it, and I hope you like it.